What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to another video. Today, I will be predicting every single winner for the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series. I'll go through every single race and tell you who I think is going to win each of these races. Now, I will not be including the All-Star Open or the All-Star Race or the dual races, though the Clash will be on this list, just so you guys don't ask in the comments below. Anyway, let's start off with the Clash. So who do I think is going to win the Clash? Because of this being a road course race for the first time at the Daytona road course, I predict that Chase Elliott is going to win this race. Chase Elliott's experience on the road course, I think, is really what's going to help Chase Elliott win this race. And I think that not only will he dominate the race, he'll be the car to beat in the Clash, and he'll win his first ever Clash at Daytona, as he will win the Clash at the Daytona road course. The first official race at the Daytona 500 is up next. Now, I kind of talked about this prediction in my actual predictions video for the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series. No one has ever gone 3 in a row in the Daytona 500. That is going to change this year. I believe that Denny Hamlin is going to win the 2021 Daytona 500, and he'll go 3 in a row for the first time in history. Someone will go 3 in a row in Daytona 500, and that honor will go to Denny Hamlin. I believe that Denny Hamlin will win his 3rd straight Daytona 500. Round number 2 at Homestead International Speedway. I think that this track is going to be drivers who are really good at the track. Historically, drivers like Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and Tyler Reddick come to mind. But one driver has not won there who's come close in the past. He's making his return to the NASCAR Cup Series after being gone for most of the year in 2020 due to issues off the track. Kyle Larson, I think, will win his first race of the year at Homestead International Speedway. Kyle Larson is really, really good at Homestead. If you go back to the championship races, he's generally been the best car who's not in the championship for, and he's been really fast every single time he's been at Homestead Miami Speedway historically. And I think that Kyle Larson will finally score his first win at Homestead Miami Speedway in 2021. Up next, going to race number 3 at Auto Club as we head out to the West Coast Swing. This one was really tricky for me to pick because there were a couple drivers I was really thinking. I was thinking of guys like Alex Bowman and Ryan Blaney as drivers who can honestly win this event. But I think that at Auto Club International Speedway, I believe that Martin Truex Jr. will get, I believe, his 2nd ever win at Auto Club International Speedway. Martin Truex Jr. is really, really fast at Auto Club. He's been up front in many of the races that have an Auto Club, and like I mentioned, he won the race in 2018. I believe that Martin Truex Jr. will win his 2nd ever race at Auto Club and get his first win in 2020, and will be a contender throughout most of the year in 2021. Up next, we are going to go to Las Vegas International Speedway after Auto Club, and I think that this should be a no-brainer for most people. I'm picking Joey Logano to win his 3rd straight spring Vegas race. I think that Joey Logano will go 3 in a row in the Vegas races. He's won the last 2. He won in 2019 and 2020. I think that he will not only be the fastest car in the race, but he will dominate the race as well. I think Joey Logano will win the 4th race here and get his first win of 2021 at Las Vegas International Speedway. Up next after that, we are headed back to Phoenix International Speedway, where last time we were there, we saw Chase Elliott score the championship. I think that the driver who really was dominant most of the year in 2020 will win this race in 2021. That is Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick will score his first win of the 2021 season at Phoenix. Now, he has never won at the new configuration at Phoenix as of right now. I think that changes. He will win this race, and I think he'll win in dominating fashion at Phoenix International Speedway. A week after that, we'll be headed to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the first of 2 times, as Atlanta, for the first time since 2010, will host 2 races in 2021. I think that Atlanta Motor Speedway will go to a driver who's been really good there over the last couple years, has dominated and won the last time we were there. I think that Kevin Harvick will go back-to-back, and he will win for the 2nd straight time and get a 2nd win of 2021 at Atlanta. Harvick's been really fast. I think he's got 3 wins historically at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and I think that in 2021, Kevin Harvick will win once again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Right after that, for the first time since 1970, we will be headed to the Bristol Dirt Race in 2021. Now, you have to look at the drivers who are going to be really fast on the dirt course. You have to look at drivers like Chris Bell, Chase Briscoe, and Kyle Larson, and maybe Ricky Stenhouse Jr. could be thrown into the mix for that race as well. I think that this should be no question for most people, and most people are going to be picking this guy to win. I'm picking Kyle Larson to win his second race of the year here at the Bristol Dirt Race. I think he is the best dirt racer that is going to be in the Cup Series field. I know Christopher Bell is going to be a really good driver, and I think that he will give some good competition for Kyle Larson at this race. But I think at the end of the day, I think that Kyle Larson is going to win the Bristol Dirt Race and get a second win of the 2021 season. Right after that is going to be the Martinsville night race on a Saturday night. I'm really excited for this event. I think the racing is going to generally be really good. I am going to pick someone who is my surprise some of you, but may not surprise others as well. My pick to win the first of 2 Martinsville races in 2021 is not Martin Truex Jr., it's not Chase Elliott. I am picking Bubba Wallace to get his first career win in 2021 at the first Martinsville race. Now, hear me out when I say this, and this may be a little bit controversial for some of you, but I think that Bubba Wallace will win this race, and here's why. He's going to basically be driving almost equivalent to Joe Gibbs racing cars. Joe Gibbs racing cars have generally been really, really fast historically, especially at Martinsville. You look at Martin Truex Jr., he's been really fast. Denny Hamlin's been really fast at times. Kyle Busch, same thing. They've all been generally fast here at Martinsville International Speedway. And I think that Bubba Wallace will have that same speed. And not only that, Bubba Wallace is historically really, really fast as well. It's actually, I think, his best track in NASCAR. I think that at his best track on the NASCAR Cup Series schedule, Bubba Wallace scores his first and only win of 2021. I think this will be the only time Bubba Wallace will score victory in 2021. Up next, after Martinsville, we are going to be headed to Richmond International Speedway. Richmond generally puts on a lot of good racing, and I think we'll see a pretty decent race in 2021 at Richmond. My pick to win the first of 2 Richmond races that will take place is going to be the driver who won the last time we were at Richmond, Brad Keselowski. I think Brad Keselowski will bring the same car he won in 2020 at Richmond and Loudon. I think he will be the dominant car to beat. Like I said, he won the last time we were here at Richmond. He's won here a couple times. To my knowledge, back in 2014. He also won this event. And I think that Brad Keselowski, once again, will score another victory and lock his way into the playoffs by winning at Richmond in 2021. Right after that, we are going to be headed to Talladega International Speedway for the first of 2 times in the 2021 season. Now, this one is a really interesting case because I think anybody can win Talladega. I think anybody can win at Talladega. Let's be for real. And I think that we'll see someone, but it won't be someone who struggles or someone who runs mid-pack. I think that this will be where Alex Bowman gets his first win in 2021. Alex Bowman is either really good up front or he ends up wrecking. The last year at Talladega, he wrecks. I think that this time, unlike the last time we were at Talladega, I think he breaks through and gets his first win in 2021. And I think Alex Bowman will win at Talladega Superspeedway in 2021. Up next after Talladega, we are going to be headed to Kansas International Speedway for the first time of 2 times. The driver I'm picking to win has been generally one of the best drivers here over the last couple of years. I am picking Denny Hamlin to win at Kansas. I think Denny Hamlin wins it once again. He's won, I think, 3 of the last 4 races here at Kansas International Speedway. And I think once again in 2021, I think that he will win here at Kansas International Speedway. I think he gets it done for the second time this year. This will actually end up being his second win in 2021. Right after we're heading to Darlington for the first of 2 times. As for the first time since 2004, we're going to have 2 Darlington races taking place. If you legitimately, because in 2020 we had COVID-19 and made us end up having 3 Darlington races, which racing was generally good for all 3 events that took place in 2020. I think that Chase Elliott is going to win this race. I think Chase Elliott will win. And here's why I think Chase Elliott will win at Darlington. Chase Elliott has been really, really fast here at Darlington. He came really close to winning at Darlington before he basically kind of screwed himself in Martin Truex Jr. at the end of the race, even though Truex is kind of at fault for the wreck. I think they're both at fault generally for the wreck that took place in the Southern 500. I think, though, that Chase Elliott, unlike last time, he was up front, also the previous race as well. He's come close to winning Darlington the last 2 races, and I think that he will finally break through and get his first win in 2021, and I think that Chase Elliott will win the first of 2 Darlington races in 2021. Right after Darlington, we are headed to Dover for the only time this year, as one of those Dover races is going to Nashville Superspeedway, which is sister track to the Dover Corporation and Dover Company. So, do I think is going to win Dover? I think this should be a no-brainer for most people. I'm picking Kevin Harvick to win here at Dover International Speedway. Kevin Harvick has been really, really fast over the last couple of years. He's always been up front at this racetrack. Again, Kevin Harvick has always been really, really fast. And I think, once again, like he did back in 2020 and back in previous years, I believe that Kevin Harvick will go to victory lane at Dover International Speedway in 2021. Right after that, for the first time in the season, we are going to be headed to the first road course race of 6 road course races that will take place in 2021. And now a lot of y'all are thinking, who am I going to pick to win COTA? It's going to be a road course racer who's generally been really fast. This should be no-brainer. I'm picking Chase Elliott to win at Circuit of the Americas. Now, Chase Elliott has never raced at Circuit of the Americas in NASCAR. That being said, I think the road course experience is really going to come into play. I think he'll have challenges from guys like Austin Cindric and Mark Truex Jr. in this event. But I think at the end of the day, at COTA, Chase Elliott will score the win at COTA in 2021 and get a second win of 2021. Right after that, we will be headed to Charlotte International Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600. Now, who am I picking to win the Coca-Cola 600? I am going to be early picking Kyle Busch to win his second ever Coca-Cola 600. Kyle Busch won the Coca-Cola 600 in 2018, and I think that once again, he will finally get his second win in the Coke 600 in the last 4 years. Kyle Busch has been really, really good at Charlotte National Speedway, especially on the mile-and-a-half racetrack, even, in 2020. I think he was still up front in this race in 2020 as well. It was a really fast car in this race. I think he led laps as well in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I think that Joe Gibbs Racing will have a lot of speed in this event, and I believe that Kyle Busch in 2021 is going to win the Charlotte race and win the iconic Coca-Cola 600 in 2021. Right after the Coca-Cola 600, we'll be headed to Sonoma for the first time since 2019, as in 2020 the race was canceled due to the COVID-19 apocalypse, or the pandemic as you like to call it, that has been taking place around the country since the beginning of 2020, and basically since the end of 2019 and into 2020. My pick to win Sonoma has won the last 2 straight races here at Sonoma National Speedway. I am picking Mark Truex Jr. to get his 3rd straight win at Sonoma. Yes, I think Chase Elliott will give a huge run for his money and try to go get his win at Sonoma, but I think a Chase Elliott streak on road courses is going to come to an end, and I think Mark Truex Jr. will get his 3rd straight win at Sonoma in 2021. Right after Sonoma takes place, we'll be headed to Nashville Superspeedway for the first time in NASCAR Cup Series history, but for the first time in NASCAR since 2011 when they basically closed down the track after the 2011 season. Now, going into this event, I think you're going to have to have a lot of experience. And there really aren't a lot of Cup drivers that have experience here at Nashville International or Superspeedway. And I think you're going to have to be a driver like Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Mark Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin. I think those guys are the only ones really that have a lot of experience here at Nashville Superspeedway. I think that of all the drivers that have a lot of experience, I think that Kyle Busch, who won this race in the Xfinity Series multiple times, I think that Kyle Busch is going to break through and he is going to get his 2nd win of 2021 and get the win for the first race at Nashville. He will have competition from all the veterans, but I think at the end of the day, Kyle Busch is going to get his 2nd win of the year at Nashville Superspeedway. Right after that, we've got the Pocono Doubleheader. So there's going to be 2 Pocono races once again for the 2nd year in a row. We're going to talk about that now. So the first Pocono race is going to go to someone who's been really good historically at Pocono and has really come back to life at Pocono International Speedway. I think that Denny Hamlin is going to win race 1 at Pocono. Denny Hamlin won, I think, round number 2. I think he won the Sunday race at Pocono International Speedway. He was really, really fast in both races, ended up getting top 2 in both of the races, and won in 2019 the fall race. So I think that with that experience and how good he's been at Pocono, being probably arguably the best driver ever in Pocono history, I think that Denny Hamlin will once again win at Pocono International Speedway in 2021. Now, race number 2 is not going to go to Denny Hamlin or Kevin Harvick. Race number 2 at Pocono is going to go to Aric Almirola. Now, hear me out when I say this on Aric Almirola. I believe that Aric Almirola is a really, really good driver. I think he's done a lot of great things in NASCAR Cup Series up to this point. If you watched the first Pocono race on the Saturday edition, Aric Almirola had the best car. He was really, really fast in the event. And I think that speed will carry into this race for Aric Almirola. And I believe that Aric Almirola will win the 2nd Pocono race of the Pocono Doubleheader in 2021. I think he wins the 2nd Pocono Doubleheader race. Right after the Pocono Doubleheaders, we will be headed to Road America for the first time in the NASCAR Cup Series since 1956. Now, most of the Cup drivers don't have a ton of experience at Road America. Now, there's one driver in the NASCAR Xfinity Series that is going to be coming over to run this event, and he'll be running most of the road course races for Team Penske in 2021. I think that, and this is going to be controversial, but I think that Austin Cindric is going to come over here to Road America, and I think that he is going to beat Chase Elliott and win his first career Cup Series race at Road America. Now, hear me out when I say this one. Austin Cindric has 4 straight years of racing here at Road America. He ran in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. I believe that in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, he ended up winning the race, and he's been up front all 4 of these events, had a fast car generally in all 4 of these events, and he's a really good road racer as well. I think being a good road course racer is going to be a key player in this race. Chase Elliott has not raced at this track since 2015, to my knowledge, and Mark Truex Jr. has never raced, so I think will also be a good road course racer in this event. But I think at the end of the day, Austin Cindric is going to win at Road America in 2021. Right after Road America, we'll be headed back to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the second time in 2020. It's going to be a very hot event for sure. My pick to win the second Atlanta race, like the first event, is going to be Kevin Harvick. Even though the race is shorter, I still think Kevin Harvick's going to win. I still think with how abrasive the track is and how Kevin Harvick's line has basically become the dominant line, Kevin Harvick's been the most perfected when it comes to that line, and I think that with him being good, running the bottom line at Atlanta, I think that once again, for the 3rd straight time, I think Kevin Harvick will once again sweep both Atlanta races in 2021. Right after Atlanta, we are going to be headed to New Hampshire International Speedway in 2021. And the same thing like Richmond last year and this year in 2021, I think that Brad Keselowski is going to once again go back-to-back at New Hampshire. I think he brings the same car he's brought the last couple years, and I think that he will go out and win at New Hampshire. I think he'll also not only do that, but also dominate the race at New Hampshire International Speedway. Right after New Hampshire, we will be headed to Watkins Glen International Speedway. Now, the last couple years, Chase Elliott has won the event, holding off Martin Truex Jr. I think once again, Chase Elliott does it. I think Chase Elliott will go 3 in a row at Watkins Glen, and I think once again, just like the last years, Martin Truex Jr. will be the biggest competition to Chase Elliott in this event. But I think at the end of the day, I think Chase Elliott will score the win at Watkins Glen and get his 3rd straight win at Watkins Glen. I don't remember if it's ever been done or not, if it's ever been done where someone's gone 3 in a row at Watkins Glen. I think that changes if that has not happened. I think Chase Elliott will win at Watkins Glen in 2021. Right after Watkins Glen, for the first time in NASCAR Cup Series history, instead of running on the Brickyard track, we'll be racing at the Indianapolis Road Course. And my pick to win the Indianapolis Road Course, like Watkins Glen, this guy's going to go back-to-back. Chase Elliott is going to win his 4th race of the 2021 season by winning the Indy Road Course. I think that he will dominate this race. Now, yes, he doesn't have any experience, to my knowledge, on the Indy Road Course unless there's been testing done, which I don't think there's been really any testing done on the Indy Road Course. But Chase Elliott is the best road course racer out in the NASCAR Cup Series field. There's no denying that. I think, once again, like he does at Watkins Glen, I think will flat-out dominate the Indy Road Course in the 2021 season. Right after the Indy Road Course, for race number 25 of the Cup Series season, we will be headed to Michigan International Speedway for the only time in 2021. The driver I have winning this race is going to be the driver who swept both races in 2020 in the Michigan doubleheader. I think that Kevin Harvick is going to win at Michigan International Speedway in dominating fashion. Kevin Harvick has been the best driver at Michigan International Speedway since 2018. He's been really dominant there over the last couple of years. And once again, just like it did in 2020, he is going to win once again at Michigan in 2021. And now the final race before the NASCAR Cup Series Plus will take place once again at the Daytona International Speedway for the cutoff race. My pick to win at Daytona is going to be the driver who won his first career race here last year in the fall. I think that William Byron is going to win the cutoff race in 2021. Byron will dominate once again in this race, and I think that he'll get a 2nd straight Coke Zero Sugar 400 win in 2021. And that is the regular season portion of the episode. Now, we are going to move on to the playoff portion of the episode. We'll talk about the playoff races. To start off, let's go through the round of 16 that'll take place at Darlington, Richmond, and Bristol. First, let's talk about Darlington. My pick to win the Southern 500, the Cookout Center 500, I should say, at Darlington International Speedway is going to be Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin has been really, really fast at Darlington. He actually won here earlier this year in 2020 in the second of the 3 races that took place at Darlington National Speedway. I think just like he did in the shorter race, I think that Denny Hamlin is going to win the first race and lock his way up into the round of 12 here in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Right after that, we are going to be headed to Richmond International Speedway, and the driver who I have winning has been really good there as well. It's not going to be Brad Keselowski this time. It's going to be the other really good driver at Richmond International Speedway historically. I am predicting that Kyle Busch is going to win the second Richmond race in 2021. I really thought that he was going to be fast in the last time we were at Richmond, and I think he had a top 5 car, I'm pretty sure, but did not have the speed to go out there and win the race. I think that this time he is going to go out there and win at Richmond International Speedway and get it done in 2021 in the second and advance his way into the round of 12. But this will be his last win in 2021. And right after that, we will be headed to Bristol International Speedway for the cutoff race in 2021. Now, the driver I have winning is going to be a driver who was a rookie in 2020. He was really, really fast at this track last time we were here. I am picking Christopher Bell to win his first career NASCAR Cup Series victory and win at Bristol. Bell's been historically really good in the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series as well at Bristol International Speedway when he drove the 95 car and the 20 car in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for Joe Gibbs Racing. We saw how fast he was in those races, and I think that he will get his first career win in the NASCAR Cup Series and get his, I think possibly his only win, or maybe get another win, who really knows. I think that he'll get his first win in his NASCAR Cup Series career at Bristol International Speedway and advance his way into round 12 because he will make the playoffs as well. Now we're going to go into the round of 12 in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, which will take place at Las Vegas, Talladega, and will also take place at the Charlotte Roval. The first race, which is the Las Vegas race, is going to go to a driver who's come so close to winning races here at Las Vegas International Speedway. He's finished second the last 2 times we're here. I believe that Matt DiBenedetto is going to break through and finally win his first career NASCAR Cup Series victory in 2021. But here's the catch. He will not advance to the round of 8 in the NASCAR Cup Series Plus because he's not going to do great in the round of 16 like he did in 2020. In 2021, he will not have a great round of 12, 16, and I think that Matt DiBenedetto will get eliminated, but he will get a very, very important win because that will help him in possible contract talks and contract extensions maybe for the future with organizations going into the free agency, as he will become a free agent at the end of the 2021 season. So he's jobless after 2021. And then after Las Vegas, we'll be headed to Talladega International Speedway for round 31 of the NASCAR Cup Series Championship. I think that Ryan Blaney is going to advance his way into the round of 8 by winning once again at Talladega. Ryan Blaney's been really good. The Penske cars have generally been really fast, and he's been really close to winning races. I think unlike the last couple times, he won't win in a photo finish, that's for sure. But I think at the end of the day at Talladega Super Speedway, I believe that Ryan Blaney will score the victory in 2021. And then the cutoff race and the final race in the round of 12 will take place at the Charlotte Roval. This one should be a no-brainer for most of you. I'm picking Chase Elliott to win the Charlotte Roval and advance his way into the round of 8, though he's going to get there on speed regardless. I think that Chase Elliott will once again go 3 straight road course wins at the Charlotte Roval and will once again win the Charlotte Roval and advance to the round of 8 in 2021. And now we get into the Championship 8. So you have Texas, Kansas, and Martinsville. It's kind of flopped. In 2020, it was Kansas, Texas, and Martinsville. This year in 2021, it will be Texas, Kansas, and Martinsville. Texas Motor Speedway, this driver will advance their way into the NASCAR Championship 4. Unlike this past year, where he was this close to making, almost tried to wreck Kyle Busch at Martinsville, I think that Kevin Harvick is going to make his way into the NASCAR Championship 4 by winning at Texas in dominating fashion and not having rain affect him in a mishappening where he had to basically wait 3 days to finish the race. Just my thoughts there. And then we're going to head to Kansas International Speedway. And just like the last time we were here, I am predicting that Denny Hamlin is going to win and advance his way into the Championship 4 at Phoenix International Speedway. Denny Hamlin's been really good at Kansas, like I mentioned previously, and I think once again, Denny Hamlin will go back-to-back at Kansas International Speedway. And then the final race before the championship race at Phoenix International Speedway My pick to win at Martinsville, the cutoff race, great decision by NASCAR, by the way, to make the cutoff race. My pick to win Martinsville is going to be the same guy who won the last time we were here to get into the championship for Chase Elliott. I think Chase Elliott, once again, is going to win the second to last race in 2021 at Martinsville International Speedway. And now we get into the championship winner. And this driver will be your champion in 2021. The driver who I have winning Phoenix, not only winning the race, but winning the championship in 2021, my winner pick for Phoenix International Speedway is going to be Chase Elliott. You heard that right. I think Chase Elliott, once again, will make it to championship four after winning Martinsville. He'll clutch it up once again, and I think they'll bring a very fast car like they did last time we were here. Chase Elliott will become the first driver to go back-to-back in NASCAR's championship four in NASCAR's playoff system. I think that Chase Elliott in 2021 will not only win Phoenix, his 7th win of the year, but he will win the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series championship. It's very, very hard to win in this playoff system, but I think that if anyone can do it, it's Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's starting to come in his prime. There's so many good tracks that are coming up on the schedule for him in 2021. And I think in 2021 he'll score 7 wins and be your 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion. So, anyway, those are my 2021 NASCAR Cup Series winners predictions for the 2021 season. So, anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications, so you'll be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Links description below for that. And comment your thoughts on today's video. What do you think about my winners picks? Do you think my winners picks are crazy or not? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like this video so YouTube can recommend more of these great videos out to you guys. If you do that, I would greatly appreciate it because your guys' support recently especially has been incredible. Again, thank you guys for your continued support on the channel. We're getting really close to our goal of 500 subscribers. And like I said, if you enjoyed today's channel, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe so you can get more great content. We always have NASCAR news and stuff on the channel, and we'll talk about a lot more stuff like this in the future. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.